We have a banger of a matchup, VP versus Liquid. I couldn't be more excited. This is a series I'm really looking forward to seeing.
Someone like this Clockwork here, waiting patiently. Top lane, more pressure being placed on DM. He is left all alone, and this is excellent. The fact that they were able to identify he is alone and doesn't even need that final click. It's still going to be Insania who gets the first blood.
Oh, he's
Mid lane, get the cogs off over onto GPK. Mickey, though, just more interested in hitting some of these creeps, and they have another rotation coming out now from Hakoda. Yamish rushing forward. Box is not looking good for him, although he has popped his wand. It's going to take one more hit from Hakoda to finish up, but at the same time, they'll end up losing Yamish.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to come too far.
There it is. There's the Maledict. They follow up with the cast. Not going to get too many bounces, but they do a lot of damage. So this is not looking like DM will survive by any means. A nice rotation from Mickey. And he's going to be able to collect himself a kill. In the bottom lane, though, they go for the dive on Zai.
Both of the carries here. We have a good game going on for Morphling, but same can be said for the Faceless Void. Both are enjoying quite free farm.
There's the Rumble, the run through from Yamish. Mickey's already got that haste spell. They'll be able to get the Maledict off, but it's still going to be a kill. As now GPK forced to use the Tornado because he's got 3 heroes chasing him. They even go for the Chronosphere because Matu has made this rotation. Mickey is on a killing spree. Bottom lane, plays being made on Ramses. Need to land the Maledict, which they do have, and they have a pretty big nuke amount of damage. But the follow-up is here from VP. GPK getting into position, opened up with that Tornado throw right back over onto Mickey. They want this kill. They run on through, and he's already used the Fairy Fire. They're still going to manage to get the kill on Mickey. Now Insania running for his life. Hakoda, he's already used all of his spells at this point, so he's not going to be able to go for the Glimpse play back. Does have the Kinetic Field. And he'll be able to buy a bit more time. Insania, he's thinking about going back. Matu's here, though. They have to be a little bit careful. As he uses the time dilation. Zai looking for the opening. Will be able to slow Yamish. But the rest of the team on the side of VP, they're happy with being able to get the kill on Mickey. Looks like they might just rejoin here with DM. Oh, no, they'll turn back around. Hook shot over onto Yamish. Hold into place. Mickey getting off a couple of these hits. Just uses the one raise, so they'll be able to take out one of their main initiators.
Good clean kill.
Now
Maybe they go Disruptor.
They only managed to grab Insania on this. I don't think you're too upset about that if you're Liquid, because now they're going to try to just move forward. They don't have any mana left, though, over on Boxy. That time dilation coming to play. GPK, he has that tornado, but they follow up with the Chronosphere just to hold GPK in place, even though Void's not anywhere near here. And they'll go for that Requiem, following up with the battery slot. Hakoda will fall to Zai while this is going on, and they manage to chase down GPK in the end.
So I like what we're seeing from Atumba in this game. He's very active with the Chrono. Once he has it, he wants to be a part of the fights.
There's a little bit of a chase over onto Yamish here in the bottom lane. And just this Maledict is doing so much work this game, I feel. They even go and use that Death Ward to ensure that they collect it. Although now Zai taking a bit of damage here from Ramses. Do have the 2 birds, and they're going to poke away on the backlines over at Hakoda. They do manage to get the kill, but the hook shot and over onto Ramses. It comes back over to Mickey, but now he's a little bit closer to Ramses, so I'm not sure if that was necessarily what they wanted to do. That tornado coming out, the coconut, though, bouncing around. This is looking very bad for Morphling. Mickey, man, this guy is absolutely dominating. Mickey is so close to finishing off that BKB, and that's going to be a huge power spike when you're up against something like a Timbersaw, like this Invoker. All these guys that rely heavily on the magic, but there we go. There's the Chronosphere. They dropped the status from onto Insania, so he's not going to be able to get his ultimate off. And there's not much mana left on him either. It's not looking great as he'll take down Insania, but now Matu, he gets caught out by GPK, and they finish off just cleaning up after Liquid, one after one. Mickey running for his life. Does have the BKB, though.
Look at the positioning by Yamish, though. He's smoke revealing on the cliff.
That's pretty smart. They go, use the flare. They know he's up there, so they'll hook shot up, get that vision, and just burst him down. But it's still not too shabby here, although it looks like they're going to go right into the Roche pit, because now not only do you have an Aegis, you've got a Chronosphere that you have to watch out for. They still have that BKB over on Mickey. Although Matu in the bottom lane, they do make the jump on him right away, but just not quite enough damage, I think, as he moves forward.
Beautiful.
Goes for the Chronosphere, grabs GPK, and Insania getting into position, walks into the Chrono, just wants to make sure that he can get a stun off if necessary. There's the cast over on Hakoda. So it was a brilliant try coming out from BP, but at the end of the day, just not quite enough damage. Up in the bottom lane, GPK has got that Ghost Walk up currently. He's going to try to make some moves over onto Zai. Got the Spirit Vessel charge, followed with the meatball, but the hook shot over onto the back lines. Poxy will be able to push GPK back as Matu pops the BKB. He's making his way over to GPK. He's going to be able to help get the kill. Poxy's going to get the final hit, as now DM is going to TP out, but they'll use the Chronosphere. They say, you're not going anywhere. Again, that Maledict coming into play, the Voodoo Switcheroo, trying to get as much damage off to TM as possible, and they'll be able to finally slay the Timbersaw after he's made it out alive multiple times. Insania is going to back off along with Zai, so they are grouped together. They're ready for a fight if needed, but there it is. There's a glimpse back into the silence with that Static Storm. They'll drop the Wraith Pack, though, trying to just mitigate some of this damage, but they rip it down so quickly. Zai, he's not going to be able to do much here, as he's going to try to just come back up after that stone, but they'll follow up with the Sunstrike.
Oh no, he resummoned. He lost his bird.
He lost one, that's for sure. Uh-oh, Insania now is here. Feels like they weren't quite prepared to go into this fight necessarily, although Ramses, he's split up, so there's going to be a nice glimpse back over onto Matu. They'll go use the Requiem. They need a little bit more damage to finish off Ramses. They did fight back on the Primal Beast as DM comes in. Mickey, though, already popping the BKB. It's a little bit of a split fight now as Matu gets picked up by this Primal Beast. The chase is on, though. They finally take down Boxy. Matu, though, doesn't feel super confident. He's going to teleport away. Boy has some schmoves. GPK throwing out the Tornado into the Roche Pit. Pulverize comes off immediately over here onto Boxy. They'll fall the BKB on Matu.
Oh, that's an early BKB. Bit of a window here for VP.
Sitting a little bit low. DM jumping forward. That BKB getting popped from DM. The glimpse back over onto Matu, though, into the Static Storm. This is looking pretty scary now as they use the Sheet Stick over onto Ramsey. But Matu, he will indeed pop to GPK. DM chasing after Zai. We've got such a split fight here. The attention, though, going over to the side. They'll be able to grab up Hakoda. They'll finish him off. But they'll follow up again with another Tornado. Delta split going on. Follow up with a Sunstrike. Not going to be able to quite land. It is now Ramses making his way over to these supports on the side of Liquid. Gets kill on Zai. Go, and they'll pulverize Boxy. Can they grab Insania? It's looking like they should be able to. Yep, a couple cuts from the big old blade of Timbersaw will finish him.
Due to that ward that they still had. We were talking about this ward and its importance. That ward allowed for Disruptor to get a glimpse, pulling back the no BKB Void, dropping the Static Storm, and they just kill him cleanly. From there on, the fight is already despair.
You see Zai's birds almost getting ripped apart here. They go in and try to make the play. Looks like it was just the recipe at this time. Still working on the Hyperstone. See that rock throw coming into play as Yamish just runs through. They go for the Chronosphere and they manage to grab Ramses. BKB comes out from Matu. They pop the Lincolns. They're putting some more damage over onto me. Should be able to waveform away. Turns himself into his own faceless void. This is what we're talking about. That slow. All of it coming out from Ramses when he gets the morph off. Now Mickey having to blink away. The BKB duration has already passed. Pressure's on. They're just able to rip apart these buildings in this top portion of the map so easily.
Liquid need a big chrono now. They are really struggling in these fights. They have to try and find the Invoker or multiple heroes.
Hook shots in, grabs DM. Matu coming forward, realizes, oh, there it is. There's that silence we talked about with the Ags. They just rip apart Matu. Hakoda will die, but he's already done what is needed during this fight. The trample coming through here from Yamich. They're chasing after Zai, chasing after Boxy. They managed to get their hands on Boxy with that pulver, and Mickey standing on the back lines along with Insania. Insania's got a cask available. They're going to go for the play here to get the Maledict off. They follow up with some of these hits. A nice play from Mickey. He's just going to teleport out, though. He's more than happy with what he got. As Zai drops the birds, tries to make his way out, and now Insania, he is going to get left behind. That Voodoo Restoration is very pretty, but it is not going to do enough to save you from the likes of these three. And this Roche is sitting at about half health. How do they get in there? Because look at Hakoda. He knows that he's got to be in position. And Matu's got to be careful. He's got to make sure that he can get that BKB in time to zip forward and back. Yamish, there it is. There's the Chronosphere on the back line. He pops the BKB, doing so much damage to GPK. He is going to die. Buy back, though, immediately from Yamish, from GPK. Zai left over here on the line, so they chase into the pit. Mickey trying to get some of this damage off. Static Storm gets dropped over onto Mickey. Yamish jumping in, but it's not enough. They get the kill over on Hakoda. Now GPK, he popped back. He can't afford to die, as Matu wails away on him. Trying to keep this information. They get that deafening blast. A couple more hits should be able to do the trick. And by God, they have it as they get multiple buybacks. The fight is still going. They find themselves Yamich. He's running for his life. They do manage to get Mickey, but Mickey buying back immediately as well. Very little mana left over on DM as Ramsey is left off to the side trying to do what he can. They'll end up getting a coda. They're still chasing after Ramses. There's the hook shot though coming out from Foxy. He gets his hands right onto this Morphling. They'll drop the rock. They're going to push back over onto this Morphling, but he's just so damn hard to kill. Yamich jumping back in, sees himself Boxy. He's got the pulverize. They've got Scotty damage. Do they go back in? There's a question. Boxy, he's somehow still alive after all is said and done. Is he going to survive this? He makes it out as they chase after Yamich. They'll just jump forward. Matu gets himself. DM is here. He's taking so much punishment, so much damage. Forces out that Lotus Orb. Ramsey's forced to run away again.
That is the craziest fight we've had in the entire qualifier so far. That is absolutely nuts out of the games that we've seen. Morphling going in.
Going in again, he does end up getting stunned, and they still have the other birds. Kodo standing nearby, Boxy with the hook shot over onto the back lines, though. BKB comes up from Matu. He doesn't want to get hit with a static storm and end up falling. They still manage to get the kill on Koda. DM joining back in. Boxy taking a lot of damage. They'll be able to burn down. As you can see, VP playing this bottom part of the map. DM will walk into Matu here, and there's immediately the blink with the sheep stick. The BKB comes out from Matu. He's going to just use that chronosphere. You have to be careful, though. The rest of the team, are they going to come back? No, they just realize we got to leave them. We're not going to take this fight, making it a little bit more difficult for Ramses to try to get that morph off. Continue pushing, popping back and forth, gets the steal, but there's no shot coming out from Boxy. They push back over onto GPK, and he just doesn't stand a chance. He's down for 90-something seconds. No buyback on this Invoker. But these birds are just ripping through these racks right now. There's just nothing that VP can do about them at this time. We'll see DM coming back up in about 6 seconds. A little bit of the waveform over onto Boxy. There's BKB coming out, but already Boxy is going to be able to just keep moving. And there it is. There's the second Chronos here. Boxy does eventually get ripped apart, but they'll get the kill over on Yamich. They have their eyes over onto DM. And Sania, though, left behind. Most likely going to fall, but Ramses, he's so separated from the rest of the team. He can't survive that. He's immediately dead. They do have the buyback on Ramses for... Otherwise, he's down for 95 seconds. They'll buy back on Zai. They can smell blood in the water. The TP comes out again from Ramses. He doesn't want to end up losing another bit of these buildings.
Right now, you can't afford to play alone too much. And the bottom racks goes down. Range racks dead to just the birds.
This is an opening now, knowing that they won't have GPK Yamich, though. Gonna go for that charge forward. The Lincoln gets popped, and there it is. It's already in place with Matu. He's doing so much damage. Focuses over onto Yamich, over onto Dakota. They'll get the kill. The buyback comes out immediately from the side of Yamich. DM, though, he's so far away from everyone else. There's so much damage being clicked upon. The Yamich now going to proc. But again, they have the BKB, and this new damage coming out from Mickey. It's just so intense. Matu finds a kill. GPK pops it, but they have a second Chronosphere. That is just a dead Invoker. He's going to buy back. The chase is on Ramses, though. They want to get him. He goes, he procs that Aeon Disc. He's got himself his own version of Faceless Void. Looking to possibly go back in now that GPK has rejoined the fight, as has DM. He's going to just put as much damage as he can over onto Zai. Boxy taking so much over to the side, but somehow still alive, still kicking as they go. They kill GPK again. Ramses still just putting out the damage. Mata does go down, and now the pressure is on here, but Ramses doing so much damage. DM still alive, still very, very tanky. They're going back in, though. They're doing a decent amount of damage. Here comes Matu. They're trying to get there. Zai gets himself a double kill on DM, and now the chase is on. Can Ramses make it out in time? It's looking like he's going to be able to survive this, but he has lost so much on the side of Virtus Pro. He's lost his teammates. They do not have buyback. They have the Glimmer Cape. They're just going to go forward. Just going to juke around, though. Break the ankles. Try to provide a little bit of a distraction. As they go, they drop the Static Storm over onto Mickey, but there's nothing to follow it up. These birds are actually doing so much work against Dakota just by himself, as now Yamich over on the back line just continues, but they do have Ramses in the base. He's trying to base race. He's trying to finish off. He just tries to get the kill on Insania, but he's already got that voodoo switch through. Ramses, this is looking a bit scary. They pop that link as the BKB comes out. He's going to try to man fight here against Matu, but there's just so many heroes here, plus that hook shot coming through. Insania crawling away. He's going to survive, as they're still trying to give chase here on Ramses, but...
I knew this was going to be good, and we're going to see a fight again here.
They have a silver edge, though. They're going to open up over onto DM. They'll fall up with the Chronosphere. They grab Dakota off immediately. Yamich going to get cleaned up on the back lines. DM has already used that BKB, but the bashes come out, plus this Aeon does keep him alive just a little bit longer. Ramses doesn't really want to be here because mid Requiem of Souls, they'll be able to kill DM. 2 dead over on the side of VP. 3 technically, but we do have a buyback. And
It
we
almost
still have
doesn't even
another
feel fair.
Chrono with this refresher. They need to be careful. Ramsey's hiding in the tree line with GPK. Gets the alacrity off the jump over onto Mickey immediately. But there it is, a
Three
Chrono
men.
over onto 3. They grab them. They should be able to blow up GPK. And now they want Ramsey's. Are they going to be able to have the damage? Are they going to be able to do it? They
That's
call
it.
GG. They know
They
it is
called
the
it.
end of the line. Team Liquid starting off our day with one hell of a series against Virtus Pro.
Yeah, Yamich is going to be playing a support Ember here. They're really throwing a curveball at Liquid.
This feels like our
helping
only
out.
slightly traditional lane is this top lane.
Oh,
Good
the damage.
avalanche. Oh, this is not looking good for Gramsci's. He's gonna fall, and so is eventually Hakoda, I think. Maybe not. Maybe he's gonna survive. I mean, they're hunting real hard. Nope, there it is.
I would say if it wasn't for having to do something on the bounty rune, then he would much rather have had 2 points flesh hit, 2 points rot early.
Okay. Well, he's making the best out of a not perfect situation as Boxy again gets a kill. Over on Hakoda and Insania, they're just all out, just brawling in these lanes. From the Radiant side.
Oh, Rams is in trouble top 2. He's gonna go down.
Is also in trouble as he gets clicked down by Zion. While this is happening, GPK gets the kill on Mickey. So just everything happening all at once.
This tree grab level 1 is actually so good for Tiny to just get auto attacks in.
Hakoda. It's a glimpse back here onto Zai. So they end up getting a kill on Zai. Decent amount of damage over onto Hakoda from Boxy, but Boxy doesn't have much mana. Does have himself a clarity, but it's not going to be working right now for him. So a little bit of victory here. Mickey on his own.
It's the type of ulti that's super low cooldown. I mean, it's 20 seconds now after he just used it. So he's playing in a very dominant way.
Boxy in the top lane, taking a lot of harass. The body blocks from these trees is making it a little difficult. He's going to turn his attention over to Hakoda, though. As he gets a glimpse off, is he going to be able to get... Nah, he's going to die before Hakoda does, but they do eventually get their prey. Isn't quite finding that Shadow Fiend. Sadie over in the corner, has the ward. He's going to run in right towards the back line. There's the TP coming out immediately from Pudge. They're going to try to finish off Matu. A good save, though, coming out from Insania. It's going to buy them a little bit more time. They pick up with the Pulverize, though. Do they have enough damage to finish off Matu with those chains and the Crypt Swarm? They do indeed, and now Boxy here is going to have to toss away this big old beastie boy who is chasing after him. He's got another trample, just walking around, walking in circles, gets the kill.
He's gonna find Mika too in the jungle here.
Yeah, that's pretty scary because he's going to Pulverize up in about 2 seconds. Do you have Insania nearby? That GPK, there it is. He just picks him up, starts wailing away. Yamich making his way over, and the Wrath of Nature, oh dear God. Little help from Ramses, he's just on a killing spree.
DM is not having the best farm, so the fact that GPK is dominating as hard as he is giving him some time to recover.
Body blocking out from Yamish, go for the disruption. He's dragged beneath the tower, but you've got Ramses here. So Yamish, it looks like he's going to end up dying, but they just run on through, and now Mickey is in for so much trouble because GPK just stomping all over. Boxy with the toss up into the air, trying to burst down here. GPK taking a lot, but has the Pulverize just out of range of the tower. It gets a little bit closer. Boxy, he just can't seem to close the gap. They have the vision, they've got the trees, they've got the clicks. It's a double kill now for Ramses. They see that GPK just used the Pulverize, so they could potentially make these moves. As the smoke does come out, not going to be able to quite land the hook. They'll drop the Static Storm, but sidestepping to the side, will be able to get the kill on Hakoda. Hakoda buying back as the Exorcism gets used. Mickey's sides can turn back around, though. They get their hands over on GPK, and they're able to burst him down. Chase after DM with the Spirit Bear. Trying to get their hands on him. A little bit of a toss with Yamish. Mickey's just not quite landing these hooks here, but the team is picking up the slack as they did manage to kill off the Primal Beast. Probably going to feel a lot poorer than they did before. We'll be able to land the splitter for around Hakoda, but GPK coming forward, sees himself Zai, pops his BKB. Nice save, though, coming out from Insania. They're going to try to just kite GPK as much as they can. Boxy with the toss back says, get out of there, get down, Mr. President. Matu's Bear chomping away over at Yamich. Zai eventually, though, will end up falling. And now they have to get El Doge out of Doge. As there's going to be the run forward from GPK. Another 300 gold over to this Primal Beast.
Pudge is running back. Maybe they can be there in time.
Run! Run, Pudge. There's the toss back though, over onto Yamich, immediately follows with the toss to get a root off. Yamich is no longer available. Zai sitting outside of this Roche pit, tries to go for that splitter, not going to be able to quite land it, but Zai, he gets trampled on his way through, as he's going to have to use a Yule to try to survive. Hakoda will end up falling. They're doing a decent amount of damage though from GPK as he got onto the backline. They get the kill over onto Zai, but Matu runs into the pit, manages to get the kill on Roshan after all those exorcism ghosts are done, and gets himself an Aegis boot.
Oh my god.
Nice, that would have been so sick. So perhaps they can take advantage of this as Mickey hiding in the tree
VP in
line.
good
Will
position.
Deville over here. Jump forward from Mickey, but the silence coming up from Hakoda almost instantly. Go for the exorcism play. They're trying to get as much damage as they can over to DM, but it's not looking too good as Insania over on the back lines is going to end up falling. Matu, that Aegis, going to get used. The hook from Mickey, but there's going to be the pulverize from GPK as Ramses, though, split Earth cuts him out over here from Zai. They'll be able to collect that kill. And now DM, he's out of mana, but it's doing a lot of damage with these ghosts. Zai has to be so incredibly careful as the slide comes through from Yamich. Will be able to clean him up.
He did overextend a bit towards the end, though, feeding away a kill. Could probably have played safer, but VP's struggling in these fights right now.
Do you know if he... Okay, 1 second. Hold that thought, as Insane he's going to have to protect himself. Mickey's here, though, but the pulverize, he just gets beaten down with Mickey's body. They turn it back around, though, and they'll be able to use that dismember. They'll use the Heaven's Halberd over on the bear. I think that's a good call, considering how much damage he's been able to do. GBK jumping onto the back lines. That does find Insania, but Insania still alive because of a good avalanche. But there it is. Ramsey's jumping in. BKB popping over here on the side of GPK. So is Ramsey. They want to try to take out this bear. They know that that's a lot of that damage. So they'll end up getting it. There's a hit, though, over onto Yamich. They'll figure out, get that kill again. As Matu sitting so very low. He's trying to survive, but GPK, he runs through. They'll be able to get the kill. Ramsey's ticking down from too much damage coming up from Zai. They're not able to take him out fast enough. Mickey barely alive over here on this side. Look at that beautiful split Earth as they clean up too on the side of VP. Now Liquid has had the time to get the items that they need. Zai blinking forward. Oh my goodness. Running right in. Mickey, though, looking for the hook. He's going to get science. Turns back around. Has the dismember over on DM as they stun GPK up with an avalanche. BKB's coming out from both sides now as Foxy in the middle of everyone. They drop the static storm. They'll get the kill on Foxy. Mickey also going to fall now because he went very early on. Zai, though, again, look at this guy. He's being allowed to get so much out of these fights as he's chasing after DM and GPK. A little bit of a save over on the backline from Insania, trying to keep Matu alive as Zai splitting this fight, but Matu gets held up into the trees. Not going to survive as now Zai, he's gone too far. He's too far alone. He is going to end up finally falling.
The brooch is, gonna give him some extra damage output, especially against high armor.
Oh my god, Insania just absolutely melts. Mickey, though, following up with the dismember. Zai using that Yule, trying to keep himself alive a little bit longer. And he's doing plenty of damage. DM, he's somehow still alive as they do finally manage to get the kill on Zai. Gonna chase after Mickey and Matu. They'll end up getting him treed. He can't move. He's held up. He cannot seem to get away as they'll end up losing Zai. They end up losing Matu, and they end up losing Mickey.
Their chances of hanging on to this game are pretty slim right now.
And the chance of us going to a game 3 is pretty exciting, Waga. Tower will go down. DM realizing there's Mickey over here. They'll drop the static storm, and again, Mickey doesn't care too much, especially when you've got that save coming into play as they jump onto Insania on the back lines. Not going to be able to quite finish him off, though, but they do go for the refresher. The hold over onto GPK, though, looks a little bit scary as the bear just chewing away, but they need to get more damage because Zai, he's sitting so low, and he's putting out as much burst as he can. Does have the heal up. They'll end up finally taking down GPK. They're chased after Yamich. Yamich is not going to be able to just fight and stand toe-to-toe as Ramsey man-fighting against Zai. Again, that disruption doing so much. A hit over onto Ramses. Okay, that's going to be the first life. Toss back up into the air. They're going to be able to finish off Yamich. They're waiting patiently. Split Earth off over onto Ramses. Plus the dismember. Liquid defend their base.
Might not have too much success in this game. Toss back.
Ooh, toss back on DM. Drops the silence, but they've got so much damage. It doesn't matter. DM is just trying to climb himself away, but they have the damage. He is dead for 79 seconds. He could buy back if he wanted to. We'll see GPK on the Primal Beast. He's going to be up in about 6 seconds.
Matumba says go throne?
They're going full throne. Yeah, they're thinking about it. They need to get a little bit more damage over here on the tower. That will force out the buyback on DM. DM, he does not have the exorcism up for another 10 seconds, though. The jump, though, coming out from GPK, toss up into the air from Boxy, trying to keep Insane alive. Not going to be able to quite do it. He picks up the bear, starts slamming him back and forth, but look at this damage coming out from Zai. He's just dancing circles around. He gets the kill on GPK. They do a buyback. They'll end up losing Mickey. It's not looking good now for Zai. He is left all alone. He's trapped in the trees. Has another play here with the Yule Scepter, but everybody just keeping back with all these ghosts. They'll be able to take him out.
And pulverized duration talent on Primal Beast with a refresher and timeless relic. This thing lasts forever. Look at that. Okay,
the bear
doesn't last forever.
Well, I mean, it's all right, but Matu now dragged back into that Agnum Storm. But Mickey finding the open on Hakoda, immediately going to be able to take out the supports. Now from the back line, Boxy separated that war, though, with the Ags. Mickey thinking about going back in, but they have the BKB. They pick up Mickey, and they just shake him to death, as they'll end up losing the punch. Zai, again, though, so far onto this back line, uses the Yules. He's got the health. They'll end up losing Boxy. They're going to try to burst down GBK. Do they have the Matu? Trying to close the gap, trying to do it, but he cannot do it fast enough. Not with DM right there, and they try to save him, but they cannot do it, as they'll end up losing Zai. Buybacks coming out from the side of Team Liquid. They're not ready to give up Boxy, finding the opening over onto GBK. They get the kill, but they're going to end up losing Boxy. He did buy back for this. Tried to make the play over onto DM. Weren't able to finish him off in time. Ramsey's doing so much damage over here. You've got Insania. He's hiding in the back. Zai going forward. He's trying to just get them off of these buildings. He doesn't want to allow them to house because they don't have buyback over on the punch. They don't have the pulverize onto the back line. Zai see and Insania. They'll rip him apart. And even though Zai is healing, he just cannot heal enough. GG gets called. Virtus Pro proving why they deserve to be up here in the upper bracket. We have game number 3 between Virtus Pro and Team Liquid here. I was thinking that perhaps we'd see, rotations coming out for these water runes. I feel like rune contestation is going to be very, very important, especially just for both of these heroes, right? Although it looks like
so close.
Get this bottom lane, yeah, they get a couple of these hits off over onto DM. And there it is. Yeah, there's a toss up, and we will see the rotation from Boxy. He's got the cookie hop, following up with the scatter blade. GPK needs to be so careful. He's gonna be forced back as Boxy continues to chase after him. He's got Boots though on the Shadow Fiend. Boots over on Boxy too, but I believe he's just a little bit faster, though he's sitting a bit low. Does pick up that bounty rune as he's getting chased. Bottom lane though, they'll find the kill on Hakoda while all this is going down.
Wow, he actually does survive on GPK, but all this time that he's trying to run away, Boxy's still on him, chasing after him.
Yeah, Mickey's here with the avalanche. He's like, alright, he's low enough. Thank you, I will take that.
But yeah, as I was going to say, the bigger problem now for VP is that they're not going to have as much access to the map as they would like.
The avalanche toss back here to Insania. He's got the Maledict. Boxy canceling out. Oh my goodness. No Requiem of Souls for you, GPK. I think you've had too many missed cookie hops, Maga, if that's where your brain goes first.
That's probably true.
Though, throws out the Chronosphere. He can't hit Hakoda, though. He's going to have to run back and get away from these birds that are causing a big problem, but they're baiting a little bit as Boxy. They both go drop the wards, try to get a couple of these bounces off. We'll land over onto Matu. Matu going to walk right into Yamich, into the cogs. He's going to fall. And the follow-up here from Liquid will ensure that they get the kill on DM, but now they're a little bit too far out of position, it feels. GPK, Yamich, both here. Hakoda running around in circles. They'll end up finishing off Insania. Boxy doesn't have that cookie, not going to be able to run away. As on the back line, Mickey trying to close the gap. Coda getting tapped on over by Boxy, but they'll get off the Requiem of Souls this time around, and they'll end up getting the kill on Mickey. Boxy just going to be able to go and get the D-ward, but he's going to end up dying for this for sure. And now they're smoked up, making their way top. They want to cause some problems for Zai, and in fact, this is looking like a very dead axe. So, GPK now dominating. Oh, but the follow-up with the Avalanche and the Snapfire Kisses. Oh my god. So much damage. Not going to be able to quite finish off GPK here.
Oh, he's running his wind lace.
Close. He's doing everything. Mickey, though, closing the gap. Avatos, plus that little bit from the Scatter Blast will ensure they get the kill. Side starts moving forward. You can see they've got those birds up. They'll throw out a cast. A couple bounces. Be able to cancel out the blink. Hook shot in over onto Zai. Nicely done by Yamich as they have all of these birds. Cookie hop out of the cogs will come into play, but in comes this Luna. And they'll follow up, though, with the Chronosphere. These Snapfire Kisses absolutely wrecking havoc. Not quite enough damage, though, to finish off over on Yamich. So it's a lot
Nobody
of
dying?
ultis, but not anybody dying just yet. DEM, though, is separated a little bit as Matu finding the opening over onto GPK. They'll be able to get the kill now that that BKB is down, and they needed something cancel out the TP of DM. Zai just a little bit too slow here.
They look for Ramses a little bit, didn't find him, but they also get that ward on the Ancients, which is quite important because that's where Luna likes to hang out, right? This is like places I like to go as a Luna.
A little book here as Mickey does it. Oh, the nice grouping up here though with those cogs. They put out a decent amount of damage over to Yamich. Is it enough though to keep Mickey alive? Did Cookie Happy's got to get out of that static storm that they have the glimpse. So they'll end up losing Mickey. They'll end up losing Insania. Ooh, this might be a dead Matumba, man.
Spidey senses versus Greed. Oh,
They see him. Can they get there fast enough? Can they get the hook shot? They get the hook shot over onto Matu. Battery assault plus the lucid beam. He's gonna try to run away over here to the corner. We'll end up getting glimpsed back, and they just have so much damage. They just burst down Matu. Maybe you can get a snipe and get a steal if you want to pop the BKB and get into the pit with the chrono, but yeah, look, okay, they bait out the, the follow-up though here from Yamich. They'll be able to go and grab the Aegis. Okay, just sits back, they'll go in and grab some of these birds, but that's not really where you want to be because now Zai is stuck in the trees. Look at this damage coming out. Oh my god, Zai is just absolutely obliterated. In comes the Luna. Ramsey's cleaning up. The buybacks come out immediately. Liquid not happy that they got caught with the pants down here.
They're split pushing with Void right now. They're trying to trade some damage.
But this Luna, again, if it's a mid-game Luna, you win a fight on the enemy side of the map, you're gonna end up losing lots of buildings. So, you know, Matu is doing the best that he can, but I don't know. I don't think you win this trade.
Yeah, he's TPing home now, or he wants to. Oh wait, he doesn't. Oh, he doesn't have TP. What?
Oh my god, what? He doesn't have TP?
What? He doesn't have TP.
Oh my god, this is looking very, very bad for Liquid right now. I can't believe he doesn't have it.
What? Right. He's running.
Oh, he's definitely coming through from the other side. Perhaps he can catch them, but they are smoked up over onto the back lines. The opening static storm. All right, there we go. BKB and Boxy over here will be able to take down the Aegis first time, but they'll clean up over on the Snapfire. And now it's just Matu. He's kind of stuck in an awkward position. We'll go for the Chronosphere, but everything is happening at different points. There's a throw over here onto the Luna, who's kind of stuck in here. But look at the damage coming out. Matu, he's trying. He does get the bash up, but they call GG. They realize that they just cannot stand toe-to-toe. What a way to end this series, Waga.
A bit of an awkward end being stuck on the other side of the map there.